Look at this lovely scenery. By the way, isn't it lovely? Kind of gloomy, but also lovely at the same time. Welcome to What Returns of Edith Finch. And this is apparently What Remains of Edith Finch, not What Returns. Well, let's start over. Welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. There we go, I got it. And these pretty flowers, the same flowers we used as our wedding centerpieces. Okay, this is apparently her journal or something.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. Oh. I guess we don't get to find out why we're on a boat. Zoom.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh, that's an interesting way to do subtitles.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Final notice. Uh-oh. What am I? I'm wearing a very interesting sweater.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay. Whoa, that was cool. The letters fell. There's a bee! Okay, so Brother Lewis died and I'm going back to my old house.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Is there 2 ways to go? Don't give me a choice, game. I'm gonna go the wrong way first. I always do. Maybe it's not the wrong way? Hello. Ooh, missing. Milton Finch. So that's the brother? Wait, didn't she say Lewis or something? Or maybe I'm crazy.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Seems like a nice cozy forest. Milton Finch. Okay, that must be her brother. For some reason, I thought she said a name that starts with an L when she first said it, but I guess I'm just nuts. That happens all the time. I'm not even surprised.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Is that structurally sound? I'm not sure about that. Must have had some very eccentric parents.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I would be too. Let's go this way. Oh, those sound exactly like the wind chimes I have outside my house right now. And they look exactly the same too, except mine are silver. I love wind chimes. There's a swing out there. Oh, it's a statue. Weird. What is that? I'm sure we'll find out. Yeah, if there was an earthquake or something, it would be disastrous. Okay, I'm climbing through the doggy door.
Used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
you still seem to manage it just fine. It's not like 17-year-olds are big. Oh.
For the first time in years,
Why is this open? That's weird.
I felt like I was home.
January 2010. Okay, so here's their names. Edie, Dawn, Lewis. Lewis! I was right. Lewis. Okay, so she has two brothers. Lewis died and Milton went missing? Well, that's bad. Guys, I'm not crazy after all. Such good news. Wow, that is a lot of canned tuna. That is quite a lot. Gotta watch your mercury levels.
Family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Imperial Palace. It's probably very stinky at this point. So, apple pie. Ooh, anyone want a recipe for apple pie? There you go. It looks delicious. Don't forget to put a can of tuna in it. God, this place is a mess.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Okay, that's a morbid way to look at it. So, whoever Edie is in a wheelchair. Grandma,
My
maybe?
mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Great-Grandma Edie. Okay. Why, they're still noodle. Oh, God, that's disgusting. By the way, if you heard any weird gremlin noises, it's just Daisy snoring in the background. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Whoa. These are some epic bookshelves.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sorry. I was just trying to drink my coffee. Whoa, look at this table. This is awesome. There's some cool shit in this house. First of all, I would love to have humongous bookshelves like this. And like one of these cool, ladders for the bookshelves. Those are so cool. It reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. And of course, awesome fireplace. Giant window overlooking the water. Super cool. But this coffee table is amazing. That's like a giant chunk out of a stump. A huge tree stump. Ew. I would never collect any bugs though. That's weird. Barbara Finch. Wind it up. Oh.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Okay, so who's Barbara? Your mom? That Barbara? And then that's me, and then that's the two boys. Barbara Finch. Okay.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Dang it. I'll have to find another key. Ooh. A musical family as well. Okay. November 2010. Wait, Dawn? Well, then who's Barbara?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Right. This is a weird door. It's like glued shut. Is it? It's not for that one? It's a bit strange.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay. I'm assuming we're going to learn how Lewis died soon. There's so many books.
After Milton disappeared,
Who has this many books?
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay. That's weird. Ooh,
I
ooh.
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Whoa, this is awesome.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This would scare the shit out of me, though. I couldn't have this as my wallpaper, but that's cool. That's super cool.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Is this what it's for? Yep. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Stained glass, cool.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Ooh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving, good. Okay, it's a little girl's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly. Who the heck is Molly? There's so many people. There's some poops in there. Nice. Little
Being
rodent
inside
poops.
for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
This is bizarre. Oh, there's a map of the house. Edie and Sven, Barbara, Molly. Molly, 1937 to 1947.
I got the
Aw.
sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
So is Molly the aunt then? Mom's sister? She probably died also?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
And I ate my hamster. No, don't do it, Molly. That's gerbil food? No, that's poop.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay, she ate the carrot. Wow, that was okay. Bit weird. Okay.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But I'm hungry.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Aw, dang it.
I kept eating and eating.
What is that? Is that toothpaste? I hope that's toothpaste and not something else. That's probably fake.
I ate a lot of things that night.
You shouldn't eat that. That's probably plastic.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay, you're just high as balls. You ate some like weird chemical toothpaste. You're not really a cat. What? Okay. This little girl is tripping. Where do you want me to go? Can I? Ah! Okay, I can jump.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
He doesn't seem very scared. This is so weird.
Mom
Whoa!
and Dad didn't even look at me.
Wow, Dad looks old. More wind chimes. Whee!
I jumped and I almost got her.
Don't kill the birdie.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So weird.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Okay. Where?
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Rabbit season. Get him. Oh, I missed. Rabbits.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
This kid has some problems. This must be like she ate some drugs, right? And then
A
passed
mama
out.
rabbit.
Mom, why you want to kill all the mamas? It's not very nice.
She was almost too big to carry. I
Ugh.
started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay. Ow. And then you died? Oh. Nope, we're fine. Let me just flop down here, I guess.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
I'm gonna eat this fishy. Oh, Where did he go? There he is.
I wanted fat,
It's a seal.
juicy seals.
Ooh.
I tore off her flipper.
Aw.
It tasted really good.
Oh. That's sad. I don't like being a shark. Get it over
Got
with.
tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What is happening? Can't move. Oh! I'm a Cthulhu monster? Okay.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh my god. Captain Finch. Yeah, she's gotta be dreaming, right?
I was big, but I moved real
Oh
quiet.
no. But that's your grandpa or your dad or something. Don't eat him. Okay. Never mind. I think I'm supposed to go up the stairs. What?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
With the drunken sailor early in the morning. That would hurt. Okay, we're not eating that guy, apparently.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
What about the drunk guy? You didn't eat him.
Across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Wow. Dude, I didn't expect this to be anything like this. This is so weird.
I got closer and closer.
It's my room. Oh, I'm gonna eat myself. Cool. And then I'm gonna wake up, hopefully, from this horrible, weird, trippy nightmare.
All
Oh
of my stomach started growling.
Okay.
And suddenly, I was me again. I
Oh.
held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
okay. Can we look at this for a second? So, Edie and Sven, that's great grandma and great grandpa. Then Molly. Oh, Molly's. Okay, Molly's way older. And then Barbara. Could be Molly's younger sister. And Calvin and Sam. Okay. And then there we are at the top. All right. Well, that was bizarre. I heard a cat. Uh-huh.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
So she must have for sure believed the story. Thank you, Threefold Path, for subscribing, and Daddy Thulu, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you, guys. Okay, Edie's room?
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Lurpy. Oh, cockatiel. Cockatiels make such nice birdie pets. Purpley. And Purpy.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
So how did Louis die? 1988 to 2010. Oh, she has like everyone's handprints. Dang.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Norway. Is the house cursed or something? Wait, is that it? Isn't it gonna be like a slide thing? Space? Oh.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
What? He brought his house on a what? In the 30s? How? What? How did? What? How the hell did he manage that in the 30s?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Wow. Yeah, he's definitely kooky.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Islands. Okay, so Molly's Edie's daughter.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Goes back to Odin when he tried to take his house across the sea in the 1930s. Right. Okay. Whoa. Sven and Edie. Oh. More books. Also, I noticed Mysteries of Death and Thereafter by Odin Finch. They're definitely strange people for sure. Mole man beneath the Finch house. What?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Molly Concepts?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Huh. She was a very eccentric lady. Built in 1937, Sven Finch. Baby.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Is that... What? Oh, God. What? No. Is that supposed to be, like, carpet?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ugh.
It was a pretty big trace.
First of all, what kind of maniac puts carpet in the bathroom in the first place? That's weird. There's a secret in the bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Uh-huh. Full tabs.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Okay.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Calvin Finch. Okay. Couple turns land into Native Haven. Milton. Ooh. Fort Calvin. Oh, that's kind of cute.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
1961.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This is a cool kid's room.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Wait, so who's Barbara then? I'm confused. There's so many people.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Calvin!
He's not gonna
Ready?
He's not gonna do that, is he? He's not gonna do what I think he's gonna do, right? Am I supposed to do something?
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Why? Why would you do this? No. What's so stupid? Okay. When are we gonna do it? I'm pressing all the buttons. Maybe I need to press back as well. Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Okay. Okay, then we get... Whoa.
I told him going around was impossible.
Oh, he wants to go all the way around?
Maybe
Oh,
if I
no.
hadn't said that.
Oh, no. Oh, God, kids are so stupid. Why are kids are so stupid? Ah! Ah!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh, no.
then maybe he'd still be here.
Oh, no.
But I doubt.
Oh,
I
no.
think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, my God, just... Oh, God.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
No, not me. Never. Not me. No way, man. I'm afraid of heights. I prefer to remain on the ground where I belong. Thank you very much.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
What is wrong with this
Mom
family?
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okay. Yep. This is the very, very locked room. It's the caterpillar. Up. Wow.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Right. I thought that was like a headless kid for a second. I was like, wait a sec.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, I'm doing it. Oh my god.
She wound the key. She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I'm in the comic. This is so cool. Oh no.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Is that moving? What in the...
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
She locked him in the basement.
Hours later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
You're dead. I'm gonna hit you with this crutch. Can I climb up that? No. I'll just slowly walk upstairs. Oh. Who pushed that skate?
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and
Screamed?
was speechless.
Oh.
He was quite smashing.
He was smashing? What?
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Right. There's the secret passageway.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
I'm in Molly's room.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Whack.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Let me guess, it's actually just her boyfriend trying to scare her again. In which case, he's an idiot.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong!
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
What?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Right.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, that's not any more normal than the other story. Happy birthday, Barbara. Ooh, and really old moldy cake. Sweet. Okay, we'll just keep going.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah. You know, that isn't really that hidden. You can, like, see there's a passageway. Woohoo! North Gaming, thank you for the 50 months.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
He was also kooky.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yeah, that is weird. I guess that's what we're supposed to do now. Keep going. There it is. Nothing too spooky down here now. Is that the same table
Mom said the
saw?
basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Mom seems very, like, protective.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Sex dungeon? It's really dark. Oh my god, it's really dark.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
What the hell?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Okay. Lots of supplies down here.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
76. This music is definitely probably copyrighted.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
More peaches. You just eat
And
them
then
all
one day,
whole.
everything just
2005. Wow.
stopped.
Big time jump. I'm an old man now.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Gosh, there were still a lot of supplies left for him having lived down here for 30 years, weren't there? I mean, I know Edie was delivering packages, but... Cereal. Tomato paste. More books.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Well, that was lucky.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
No way. What? He just goes out and gets hit by a train? What kind of ending is that?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So dumb.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
He did like trains, apparently. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. So maybe he just thought the train wanted a hug or something, and, you know, he just stayed on the tracks for some reason. He was
Maybe
probably...
she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Yeah. He was probably a bit cuckoo
But
from
if she
being
never
down here.
told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Ew, is that his garbage in bathroom? Ew, gross. It's probably really stinky.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Now, don't you get hit by the train.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Yeah, they could all be lies.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Mm-hmm. Aww. Well, no train's gonna come down that track.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
There's a red light over there. Oh, that's creepy.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Your family?
And the history you're a part of.
Can I go out here? No. We're going up to that statue that I saw at the beginning.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Well, after learning about all those stories, I just see death everywhere. Is that where I'm going? Oh, going this way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Derpy.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh. Derpy and Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, and Lucy. And then a fish and a bunny rabbit. Oh, Bailey. Frog. Shotzi, Oliver, Shadow, Christopher, and Bob. Bob the dog.
Sven built the house.
Wow.
But it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Wow. Aw. Molly, Calvin. You know, it's kind of morbid though. Like, these are basically symbols of like how they died, you know? Like their causes of death. Kind of. Edith Finch. What does that mean though? It's kind of messed up.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Well, she experienced a lot more of it. Wow.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
What? Is that the house? Like Odin's actual house? Oh my god. That's creepy. I'm pushing buttons. Oh.
Edie said she dreamed
Oh
about
my
the old house
God.
every night.
Wow. That's creepy. Doesn't want me to... No. Okay. Guess we're done here then. Dude, that's so
Edie's
creepy.
side was always easier for me to understand.
I bet this place is really haunted.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh yeah, Lewis had a crown on in that photo.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Oh, he has no time of death. Huh. So we don't know how he died?
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Itch.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that's probably an awful idea. Didn't she say she was 17 right now? At the beginning?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Oh yeah, so she's talking to her baby. Yeah. True. Where she was like, I just want you to know where you like what your family was and where you came from. Yeah.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Snacker
Am I gonna have
stackers.
to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Ah,
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
where it? Oh,
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
oh, she's over here.
Never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
Odin
I'm gonna
Finch
take some
Park.
pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
What am I looking for now? A birdie.
Aw.
That
You're right,
same
Dad.
bird.
It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Ooh, there's something out there.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Nah, coffee's good.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
He's
I
peeing.
definitely won't be moving. Hey!
That's a keeper.
That's weird. It's your dad.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Coffee mug?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
Yeesh.
Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Hunting season. Wabbit season.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Okay. You want me to take a picture of the fish?
Give me a minute to check the map.
Fish. Did you find it? I'm running out of things to take pictures of around here.
Maybe.
Boat?
Was it? Could have been.
Oh, birdie again.
Good eyes, Dawn.
I got him.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
What?
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything.
Bang.
Great shot, Dawn.
Oh. Oh. He's like, oh yeah, my daughter's sad about killing a deer. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
I'm proud of you,
Oh
Dawn.
God.
Always remember that, okay?
I thought he was taking a selfie.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
Oh my God. What?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Why did they keep that photograph? Oh my God. Jesus.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Is there anyone who didn't die a horrific death? Wow, that is kind of a creepy baby photo, not gonna lie. Divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
I'm a baby!
He saw things the rest of us don't.
Okay. I am now the frog. Be the frog.
That time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Keep playing with frog.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Oh, he was a crazy baby. That seems about normal for this family.
Gregory?
I know you did everything you could.
Greatest bath time ever in history. Yeah.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
It's fine. Aren't I like 2? My arms and legs looked very babyish. Oh, I can still do stuff.
I wish he could have told us
More bath time. Oh no.
about the world he saw.
I regret that immediately. Oh no.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
I was trying to think, like, how could this go wrong? Yeah. I'm a frog, by the way.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy.
Yeah.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Honestly, though, who leaves their baby in the tub? Like, you gotta take him out of the tub right away. You can't just leave him in there. Not that what he did was realistic, but I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't leave your kid in the tub by himself. Well, that's horrible.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Wow.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
He must be an angsty teenager.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. Make this bride.
Here, here. Ooh. What?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Okay. Bonk. Wow.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
This is normal.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh!
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
What? He gets swept away by the wedding tent in the
She
storm?
never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Okay. What? Hey, cool, a climbing wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Whee! Deepest sympathies. Raise the flag, breakfast, quiet time, sweep trash, mop, mow yard. Greg, be a baby. Okay, well. Do I just go back? Oh yeah, I should drink some water, thank you. Wait, have I seen this before? Wait, this doesn't look familiar.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah, he seemed a little bit careless. Aww. I don't like that. I just think it's so weird when people stuff their, like, pets and then keep them around. It's just really weird and creepy. So I'm 22 months pregnant. I probably should not jump off a roof. Am I going in there? Maybe? Oh. Is there a different ladder or something? Just want me to go back on the tree? No. Are you sure? Okay. Well, there must be a safe way down. Unless I wasn't supposed to go back. Is there something here and I just can't see what it is? Is it dark? Oh. Okay. Did I miss something? Airline tickets. No, I don't think I missed anything. Okay. Little bit confused. Maybe I was just meant to look at that stuff before and I missed it, and now I have to go do this again? I don't think she should be rock climbing pregnant either. Seems like a pretty bad idea. Oh, there we go. I did miss
My
something.
mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Ugh.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
So now we're on the really tippy-toppy addition
And for a
part.
while, things were good. Almost normal.
Homeschool?
But it didn't last.
Okay. Teaching about Odin.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Wow. Hold on, what's up here first? Okay, maybe that's the next one. That's why he has a crown on his tombstone. Paint spilled everywhere?
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, it's a flip book. Cute.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Yeah, I bet he disappeared into one of his paintings. Okay. I guess that's it.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
But not the windows, luckily.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Ah, darn it. Thought maybe there'd be something. Yeah, this whole family is very bizarre.
Mom
They are
definitely
not
blamed
normal.
Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh dear. Yeah. Do I go? There must be something here. Because there's... How do I get over there? I can't parkour. I'm 22 months pregnant. I shouldn't even be up here. It's definitely a health risk. Where the hell do I go? I gotta get into there somehow. There another way out over here, maybe? I don't think so. No. There must be something up here. I need to become a cat, yeah. Okay. Can I use these? No. Oh, there we go. Found it. No, 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 no. Do it again. Damn it. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, okay. Weird.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Smells like drugs. Smells like, well, probably just weed, I guess. Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What? I don't want to chop my hand off. Is that how I die? No, thank you. His mind began... I can't get that.
Wonder.
Oh! Oh!
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
He's in a video game.
Feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. things that have not names.
Dragon.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
This is weird. I'm doing both at the same time.
Find himself. But he found something more.
Okay.
I worried about him then.
Now we're in isometric view.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
His mind is elsewhere.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia.
Right.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
He just needs some video games to play and he'd be fine.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about
He
this.
no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Still chopping.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Ta-da! Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh, wow. He's just like totally out of it. That's creepy.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen.
Handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents.
Ooh.
He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
I can't even see the
He knew the world
choppy
was all
anymore.
in his imagination.
This is gonna be bad.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
And okay. Is he actually in present day?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Uh-oh. Oh no, he's not doing anything. Wow. Well,
I
I'm
still
going up
thought I
here.
could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Is he gonna can himself? Oh no.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Molly, oh my god.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Oh no! No! Oh no.
And the rest I think you know.
Yeah.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh my god.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Okay. He was a very disturbed young man.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Just to escape all the horrible memories and like escape the death. I don't know how anyone could live in a place where so much death happened. Like, it's just so many bad memories in one house. I would never be able to stay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Thank you, Mr. Frank, for the 21. And thank you, Craig, for the bits as well.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are
Edith,
very
I
specific.
left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Present in the hallway from Grandma.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
So many books.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
That's a bit harsh, I think.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Wow.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
We're actually gonna go out to the house?
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Of course he did.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night,
wow,
a lot of things came back to me.
Wow, that would be
Or
just so
maybe
insane.
I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Mom.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Oh, I want to read it.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
I remember doing this as a kid.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Well, no wonder she wants to record everything then.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Am I the baby right now?
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Aww.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. So yeah, we were Edith's son the whole time. Well, I mean, we were her part of the time too, but we were everybody. Well, that was really weird. Very weird. So I guess, are we supposed to assume that there is like some kind of a weird curse on the family because everyone died horribly somehow? Just really weird. And that is all that remains of Edith Finch. Yep, her son. The kid pictures of the developers is kind of cool. It's a really cool story though. It's a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. And there was a lot more stuff involved in it than I thought too. It was just a story about this like bizarre family and how they all met their horrible ends. Really bizarre. Especially the one about Molly. That was like the weirdest. And then the kid that wanted to fly, that really creeped me out. And the other kid that went insane. Just all very like weird, bizarre deaths. You know? Like too many deaths to happen in one family to be a coincidence is definitely something. You're supposed to assume that something weird is going on with the house, or like we don't know obviously, but it started with Odin. Maybe they were all just crazy. I don't know. The baby, yeah, the baby one was really, ugh. Okay, now we're getting towards the end here. I thought it was a really creative game though, like really well represented. They told the story really well. Trick or treat, smell my feet. In loving memory of Louis Finch. Aww. The end. So yeah, Odin and Ingeborg kind of started, or at least that's as far back as they told us in the story. It like started out really bizarre because he decided it was a good idea to like try and bring his entire house with him on the sea in the 30s, which, you know, is hard to do nowadays. You have to have very specifically built houses to transport them. So that was just weird all in itself. And then his whole family tree was just, everyone just had, there was just something a little off about most of them. And Edie was weird too. We never found out what actually happened to her. Thank you, Craig, for the 100 bits. We're famous in Norway for 500 years for having bad luck. Oh, yeah, that's right. So the family, even before Odin. Yeah, in Norway. So it didn't start with him then. I forgot they did say that in the beginning. Yeah. It was good. It's a tale of what not to do. Lots of death from lack of common sense. Well, yeah, some of it. But I think it was more than common sense. Like, it made it seem like these people they had something wrong with their heads, or, you know, they just were a little off. And that's why they made these weird decisions. I don't know. At least that's how it came across to me. Or there was some, like, maybe there was some greater power, like, convincing them to do certain things, which ended up in their death. I don't know. Although Sam's death with the deer, that one seemed the most accidental. But even though it was still, like, a really bad decision for him to go up on this, like, really high, tiny cliff to take a photo of the deer. I don't know. Just everything just was really unsafe. And a lot of the deaths, the people seemed like they were crazy. Like Barbara and Molly. Kelvin, kind of. Walter went crazy because he was, like, stuck in a basement for 30 years, which is reasonable. But then he just walked in front of a train. So, yeah. The Gus death, I didn't really get. It looked like there was it was a storm and he got, like, blown away. But that one was a little unclear. Well, she should have taken the baby out of the tub, but the baby committed suicide by, like, turning the water back on, which is really not normal. I mean, that couldn't even happen because the toys, like, turned on the water for him. So it just seemed like, and she said also that, like, she was losing him. He was in, like, a bizarre, like, happy dream world all the time, and he didn't seem like he was there mentally, even as a baby. So who knows? Thank you, Godfather, for the 30 months. Might have been lightning. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they would have put lightning in there if we were supposed to think that, though. They showed him getting swept away by the tent, so I was assuming that it was, like, you know, a hurricane or something maybe, and he refused to go inside with the people at the party, so he ended up getting caught in the storm and swept away and died. I don't know. Milton just painted a door and vanished. Yeah, the Milton one was really weird too. He just disappeared and they never knew. So yeah, like that's kind of what I thought at first, like, well, maybe it's just something really bizarre, like he really did have a magic paintbrush and he just, like, accidentally painted himself into another dimension or something. I mean, the rest of the stories are so weird that could be it. But they really left that one up to interpretation too. Who knows? The replay a story option is now available. Click Edith to play from the beginning. Okay. I don't think I want to replay the game, but you know. I don't need to. I think I'm good. I got a lot from it the first time. But yeah, really cool game. Really cool. Well, that was What Remains of Edith Finch. Not much, it turns out. Hopefully her son isn't as cursed as the rest, but you know, the chances aren't so good, I would say.